Well, I think because I've never played just the smart guy, right? Even though my character's never exactly dumb, I kind of play him strategically or tactically proficient. Even they might not supposed to be that way. But I'm always playing guys that are kind of beefy a little bit. And I didn't want to play a combat guy at all. This guy's the researcher. Granted, he could toss some spells around. He could fight if he really has to, but it's not his thing at all. So he's just kind of like the brains behind the operation kind of thing. So I decided to go for a gnome warlock. Um, it's almost, I kind of want to set him up like he's the guy that maybe made a deal with some otherworldly being, kind of like Faust, right? Making a deal with the devil for knowledge. So he's all about knowledge, discovering, finding out mysteries, and figuring out puzzles. He's that guy, right? Whatever he can get himself into for more information, even if it includes enormous amounts of danger, he's all in for it, right? He doesn't care. It's worth the risk, right? Whatever knowledge that he doesn't know, it's worth the risk, no matter how bad it is for the rest of the group. He wants to go find it out.
And
He's that guy,
with any luck, enormous amounts of danger will be a staple here.
right?
Cool.
So kind of the background is like, yeah, I kind of, and Grant will talk about a little bit more, but like the basic thing, he's kind of like the guy, not necessarily the Tony Stark kind of guy, but maybe the guy that's been working with the kingdom on like weapons research for armor and magical things like that, with weapons and spells and all kinds of contraptions, right? He's that guy, kind of like almost like the Q character from Bond, maybe, but he's small time, right? We're not at high level yet, but he's that guy.
Cool.
So I love character creations. I love creating the different types of characters that are a little bit outside the box. So I came up with Martine Shimmerwick. He is a wild magic sorcerer. And the concept for him is that at a young age, he discovered that he had these latent magical abilities. And rather than using them for, say, the betterment of mankind or things like that, he became kind of like a daredevil wannabe influencer type, where he used his powers to actually generate wealth and again monetize his skills. As he grew up, he again got a little bit more big-headed to a degree, and is now working towards a very lucrative contract. He's trying to become an affluencer, somebody who is affluent and can influence the masses with his persona and bravado. The contract he has is for a energy drinks potion company called the Crimson Minotaur. And in order to get this contract, he has to go out and do different adventures and show that he has the skills to back this warranted contract of quite a bit of money here if he can do it. He's a tiefling, so it ties in marketing wise. Crimson Minotaurs is, it's not like, some of the other things like we'll give you wings. No, it's it'll give you horns. And being a tiefling, he has horns. And because he also lives that lifestyle that they're looking for, it's a good synergy with what's going on. So that's why he is out adventuring and again trying to do these heroic deeds to build up his credibility and to again build up his portfolio of adventuring that he can take back and again earn that paycheck.
Very cool. I like the idea that he can do his own marketing for the energy drink because he has the horns. He can just say, "Hey, I drank it," so there.
So similarly to Chris, I'm actually doing something a little bit different, new system, new character. I usually play a lot of like rogues, a lot of like bards. So this time we decided to go with a paladin. Specifically, I'm going to be playing Alistair or Allie the Pally Ashworthy. So basically, she grew up in a small village, just a bunch of little halflings. Insert tragic backstory here that, led her to spiral. Yeah. Then we are going to be going into service with like the knights and everything. She wants to get to a point where she can protect everybody and she never has to deal with losing anybody ever again, while also dealing with the comics of being a halfling amongst humans and orcs and other typical fighter types.
Mm-hmm. Well, you might have a short background partner with Alset there as a gnome, the gnome warlock. So
yeah, we're both the slowpokes, 25 feet.
There you go. Anything else? Nope.
No, I'm really excited to do something that's different than my typical character. I've always had the idea of doing a big dog syndrome
Cool.
sort of character.
Hey guys. So typically, I used to play a lot of Rangers and fighters in the past. So with Miles from the previous or the other session that you guys can check out on any podcatcher, I went with a more kind of magical based, and I like it, but I decided this time to go with a standard barbarian, and I want to see how this goes. I chose the haunted one because that seemed like a very interesting take on it, and we can get into story later, unless you want that right now, Joe. But
If you want to talk a minute about it, you're more than welcome to.
yeah, I want him to have been a mercenary who, during a job, a mother and a child were taking a walk, and they accidentally got in. The daughter accidentally got killed, and she actually got injured. So he feels horrible how that went down, and so he is trying to make amends the best he can. But he has nightmares about the poor little girl, and he occasionally thinks he sees her, and then she immediately vanishes when he looks again. He is looking for any work he can to possibly get money back to the mom, and he's just trying to make amends for his past.